Hi guys, September challenge week 1 day 4. So the problem is partition labels. We're given a string of lowercase letters and we want to partition it into many parts so that each letter appears in at most one part. So again, you partition it into many parts so that each letter, let's say this is our string. Okay, so now A, the alphabet A should appear in only one part. So when they divide it into these three partitions, okay, the first part has A, the other parts don't have any A's. The first part has a B, the other parts don't have any B's. Similarly, whichever alphabets are in this part are not in any of the other parts. And here we have H, I, J, K, and they're not there in any of the other parts. So when looking at this, we think, why did we end this partition over here? Why did we stop over here? So this is a wrong answer. I'll tell you why. Because this part of it, D, E, F, G, B, E, F, D, this part doesn't have to be inside this partition. It can be a separate partition of its own, right? This part doesn't have to be combined with this. It can be a separate partition. Otherwise, the entire thing would be the answer. So as many parts as possible, correct? Okay. Now, when looking at this, why did we stop here? Because at this position, we have finished visiting all our A's, all our B's, and all our C's. So each alphabet, let's say I have a range, okay, that the first A was over here and the last A was over here. The first B was over here, the last B was over here. So now I know that all the B's have to be within those two limits and all the A's have to be within those two limits. So quickly, if you notice, this is very similar to merge intervals. I've got some intervals, okay, from the first A to the last A, from the first B to the last B, from the first D to the last D. And all these intervals, if somebody, like all the B's are contained inside the A's, so that's fine. They'll get merged into that bigger interval of the AA. Correct? So that's what's the logic. Now, when I visit this first A, I know that my partition has to have a size of at least up to here, at least 9. Up to here, at least 9. When I visit the first B, I know that my size must be at least till here. When I visit the next A, again I know my size must be at least till here. Finally, when I visit this A itself, okay, I know that my size must be till here. So this is the upper limit of my size because this is the last A. And when I visit this C, I know the upper limit is this C. So noticing this, what if I track what is the maximum upper limit, like what is the size in which I have to partition, okay? Which position do I have to go until? After which position, like when I visit the first A, I have to at least go till here, till the last A. When I visit the first B, I have to go at least till here. So the way we'll do this is similar to merge intervals. We'll keep track of the ending time. So the last end position, I'll keep track of that, and I'll keep it like while going throughout. And at any time, if I reach that position, okay, where the position I am at is the ending position, then I know that I've made a partition and I can start fresh over here since there's no alphabet that goes beyond this position on the left of me. So what did I say? First, I need the ending times. Let me make a map that will take a character and return the ending time. End. How will I get this? For all the elements, I'll just keep updating the value. So end of this character, okay, is this position. So first time the end of A will be set as 0, then it will be set as 2, then it will be set as 9 finally. So that will be the latest value of A. So that's the end position of A. Now think, I need to store my current all the partitions in one answer. So paths. What else do I need to store? I need to also store the size of the current partition. So current length. What else I need to store is the max limit that I can reach at my current position. So it would be where does this partition end? Where does this partition end? Partition end. Initially, I'll write -1 just to give it a dummy value. Now again, let's go through all the elements and one by one we'll think. Okay, this element has come, so the current length will be increased, and now this element we have to count him, so partition end will become, if let's say I visit this A, so my partition end should become at least 9, but when I visit this B, my partition end is inside 9, so it doesn't matter, right? So it will become the max of the current partition end and the current ending, which would be the last position of the particular alphabet that I am visiting right now. Okay, now great, what if I have reached this position A, okay, this 9th position, where my current ending is 9 and my maximum ending till now is 9. My maximum reach is 9, okay, maximum position I could reach is 9 and my current position is also 9. So that means it's a successful partition. There is no one on my left who can reach further than 9. So let's just say if I is equal to partition end, great, it's the end of the partition, let's insert the length in the size. So that's all for this problem. Parts.pushback, sorry, I wrote the wrong thing. Just insert this size and make the size 0 since we are starting a new partition from here. Thank you for watching, and please leave your doubts in the comment section. I would like to keep improving on these videos every day. So I forgot to declare these. So what? Undeclared identifier current end, did you mean current length? In current length. So current end I have not declared anywhere. That would just be fine for now. Current is not defined anywhere. Current length, sorry. I should look at the code first. I should not depend on the compiler to tell me my mistakes. Great, that's the way we solve this problem. At each position, check the max position you can reach. That's the end of the partition. And if you reach the end, great, partition it. Thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for the entire September challenge. We're going to solve all the problems. Bye bye.